Chapter 7. A Close Call. With a loud crash, the stricken pine tree fell across the road, directly in front of the blue roadster. The trunk struck the earth less than half a dozen yards from where Nancy Drew had brought the automobile to a sudden halt, and the branches touched the hood of the roadster. For an instant, Nancy gripped the steering wheel, too stunned to comprehend fully how fortunate had been her escape from death. Everything had happened so quickly that there had been no time to become frightened until the danger was over. Now, as she considered what might have been her fate, she felt weak. If I hadn't slammed on those brakes when I did, it would have been too bad, she thought. Ruefully, she surveyed the tree which blocked the road. What was she to do? In some way, she must reach River Heights. If only someone would come along to help her. There probably isn't anyone within miles, she told herself. If I get through, I must depend upon my own initiative. The tree completely blocked the road, and as there was a steep ditch on either side, Nancy Drew saw at a glance that it would be impossible to pull out upon the bank. Fate had played an unkind trick upon her. Gloomily, she put on her wet slicker and buckled on the muddy galoshes. As she stepped from the closed car, a sheet of rain struck her in the face. Gingerly picking her way through the slush, she walked to the fallen pine and surveyed it critically. The tree was a small one, and Nancy thought that two men could move it quite easily. Unfortunately, the two men were not in evidence. If I could pull the trunk a little to one side, I ought to be able to get through, Nancy reasoned hopefully. Grasping the branches, she tugged with all her might, but the tree did not budge. Next, she attempted to lift the trunk, but only succeeded in tiring herself. Maybe I could roll it out of the way, she thought. She pushed with all her might against the trunk, but the branches prevented it from rolling. This gave Nancy a new idea, and she fell to work pulling the branches out of the way. At last, she was forced to stop for rest. Unmindful of the rain, which had now settled to a slow drizzle, she sat down on the trunk. It looks as though I'll be here all night, she mourned. It was by far anything but comfortable on the wet trunk of the tree, and presently Nancy got up, shook herself, and climbed into the roadster. She was afraid that she would have to stay in that dismal place all night. After a short while, the rain let up a little, and feeling restless, she again sought the tree trunk. Just then she heard a strange sound coming from behind her. If only someone is coming to help me, she murmured to herself. She strained her eyes and soon made out the object, which proved to be a large and shaggy dog. The animal, dripping with water, looked at Nancy in mild wonder and came to a halt. "Come here, doggy," the girl cried. "Where's your master? Come here." Instead of accepting this invitation, the dog gave himself a vigorous shake, which sent a shower of water over the girl and the roadster, and then turned and loped away among the trees. Even that dog doesn't want to help me, Nancy told herself and smiled grimly. Suddenly, she sat up straight and listened. She could hear footsteps. Someone was splashing through the mud and water, coming down the road toward her. I hope it's someone who can help me, she thought hopefully as she sprang up from the tree trunk. As the stranger came within range of the automobile headlights, she saw that it was a girl. Nancy's sympathy went out to her as she noted her bedraggled appearance. "I beg your pardon," the girl began as she rushed up to where Nancy was standing, "but I'm in desperate trouble. Could you help me reach River Heights?" Nancy, who recognized the voice, could scarcely believe her ears. "Laura Pendleton," she exclaimed. The girl started violently as her name was spoken. For the first time, she peered intently at Nancy. "Oh," she gasped in astonishment. "I couldn't see your face against those bright headlights." Nancy saw plainly that Laura was agitated about something, and it was evident that she had been running, for she was breathing hard. She wore no head covering, and the thin coat which she had flung over her shoulders afforded little protection from the rain. Laura was indeed a sorry sight. "What is the matter?" Nancy demanded quickly. "Why, you're crying." Laura sank down on the tree trunk and sobbed. "Oh, everything, Nancy. Everything." Nancy Drew slipped her arm gently about the girl. "You shouldn't be out in the storm," she chided her. "What is your guardian thinking of to let you expose yourself this way?" "My guardian? Oh, I don't want to hear his name. I hope I never see him again." "You're not running away, Laura?" "Yes, I am. I couldn't stand it another minute." You were trying to get to River Heights? Yes, I thought you might help me. I've no other person to whom I can turn. Why, you poor dear. Nancy comforted her. Of course I'll help you. I haven't forgotten my promise. Then you'll take me away. Just as soon as I can get this tree out of our path. I'm on my way to River Heights now, and you shall go with me. What are you doing on the Melrose Lake Road? This is the most desolate place. I didn't think anyone came here unless he was forced to. That's why I came, Nancy informed her grimly. There was a detour on the regular road, then the storm caught me, and finally this tree. When the lightning struck it, I thought sure I was doomed. You must have had a narrow escape, Laura observed. Too narrow for comfort, and Nancy laughed shortly. That tree didn't miss me by many feet. As it is, some of the branches are still touching the front of the car. What are you going to do, Nancy? Shall you be able to get through? That's what I don't know. Are there any houses near here? Laura shuddered. My guardian's bungalow is only a mile away. Well, we won't call on him for help. Oh, if he'd find me here, I don't know what he'd do to me. Nervously, Laura wrung her hands, and Nancy was afraid that she might have another fit of weeping. Jacob Aborn won't find you, she assured the girl. Oh, Nancy, you don't know what your kindness means to me, Laura cried gratefully. You've promised to help me when you haven't even heard my story. I must tell you. Not a word until we reach River Heights, Nancy broke in. We must both get into dry clothing as quickly as we can. Here, climb into the car where the rain won't strike you. I'm soaked to the skin already. It doesn't make any difference now. I must think of some way to get out of here, Nancy said thoughtfully, more to herself than to Laura. Do you think you're strong enough to help me lift that tree? I think maybe we can do it together. Oh, I'm sure we can, Laura declared eagerly. Then let's try. After pulling the branches away from the roadster, the two girls tugged at the trunk. Although the tree was a small one, it was remarkably heavy for its size. Laura and Nancy puffed and panted, but were rewarded for their labors. Little by little they succeeded in moving the tree a short way. Though pausing frequently to rest their arms, they kept at the work. I believe I can get through now, Nancy decided at length. Let's try it anyway. The girls clambered into the roadster, and Nancy started the engine. Proceeding cautiously at the very edge of the road, she drove the car forward. Several small branches struck the body and sides of the roadster, but did no damage other than to scrape off a little paint. Well, we got through, Nancy declared in relief. Now for River Heights. These roads are terrible, Laura commented anxiously. Do you think we'll make it? We'll be home inside of half an hour, Nancy assured her confidently, and the first thing you must do when we get there is to change your wet clothing and go to bed. Just try to relax now. Laura attempted to obey, but it was obvious that she was suffering from a nervous shock. Nancy drew long to question her concerning her troubles, but she felt it would be unwise, for Laura was on the verge of becoming hysterical. What she needed was quiet and rest. There would be ample time to hear the story after they reached River Heights, Nancy told herself.